Thanks for choosing another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I speak with a brother by the name of Versus out of New Jersey. Man, this brother got bars for days. Watch this interview we did right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love back on your screen one more time with another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. In this episode, I got this brother from New Jersey. He goes by the name of two letters, VS, period, Versus. This brother is so dope. He's got lyrical bars that just like gymnastics in his music. It's amazing, folks. Without further ado, let me bring in Versus.
Hey.
How you doing, Versus?
What's going on, my man?
I can't, you know what? I can call it. I am doing great. And every time I see your TikTok, I just like, wow, this brother is so creative.
I appreciate it, man. You've been so supportive, and I really appreciate that. You've been a day one, the way that you give back and you're always sharing my stuff. I can't ask for more. So I'm glad that you are feeling it, and I really am appreciative of all the support. That's why I'm always here whenever you're ready for Let's Chat and Jam session.
Every time I watch your videos on TikTok, I start to laugh so hard. I start crying. So what have you been up to, man? How you been?
I've been great, man. I've been great. Working hard, working on some solidifying some music videos. I've been working on some new ventures with sync licensing. So okay. That's cool for like movies and TV and things of that nature.
Your music is so good. It's going to be in every movie in Hollywood. I guarantee you. At least one song per movie.
That's the goal right there. You just set the bar. I got my whiteboard behind me where I put my goals so you can visualize it and make it come true. I'm going to add that to it. One song per movie is the goal. And we gonna make it happen.
Definitely, man. And eventually they're gonna just have you act on these movies.
Oh yeah. We'll get into that when we talk about that later. But we got that whole the whole triple threat thing going on with the acting and the music at the same time.
I could see it in you, man. You have so much charisma. It's mind-blowing to me.
Wow, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
How did you become such a charismatic individual?
I think it's just part of my personality and like who I am. It's funny because it's working out for me now, right? But I remember I was at a party. I was at like one of my dad had a party, and it was a funny story. His neighbor was in there, and she was like, Drew Barrett. And she was like, I was your first grade teacher. She was my first grade teacher. And she was like, I'll never forget you. She was like, you're such a firecracker. She was like, you were the only kid that I had to have a drink before I called her mom. You know what I mean? So I kind of always had this. And she was like, but you were so charming. I could never get mad at you. She was like, but it's just who I am in nature. I never have been a person that's like, ever had stage fright or afraid of the big stage. Like I feed off of that. I love the spotlight. I love, performing it. People always like, don't you get butterflies of this? I'm like, no, man, I can't wait for that. Like, when are we going to have the next one? That's what I live for. Like, it takes a little bit. Like when I'm in front of 5 people or 5 million people, I could do the same thing and start freestyling. Like, that's what I love to do. So that's I think it's just in my nature. I love to entertain and project who I am and make people laugh until they cry and thinking there's some onions being cut in the kitchen. Yeah,
I'm digging the vibes, man. So when did you realize you had a passion for music?
Growing up, you'll hear me talk about my mom a lot. My mom was a single mom, so I owe a lot to her. And but she was really into music. She would always wake me, my brother, and my sister up. I'm the oldest of 3. She would always wake us up in the morning blasting some music. So that's why I love like all types. I'm very eclectic when it comes to people always ask me like, who's your favorite artist and things like that. But I can never say that because I like so many different types of genres, from Queen to Michael Jackson to Aerosmith, to hip hop, where you go to your Tupac and rest in peace DMX, but that's, so I was always around music. And I used to write poems to my mother in like cards. Like, so whenever there was a holiday, I would write rhyme poems, to make her, she loved that, like, make her feel good. And then I started getting in hip hop, I would say early teenagers, like around high school with Tupac and you know, when X came out, that's when I really like, I would start freestyling and, you know, never took it serious, but got into it where my friends at the lunch table would start throwing some beats on the lunch table. And I just start, you know, cracking on people for entertainment. You know, it'd be jokes, everybody circle around. And I never took it serious until I actually got to college, where I was freestyling at a party and my roommate was like, yo, man, you're crazy. He was a producer, you know, and even at that point, you know, I never realized it. And he was like, you got to make a song. And, you know, I don't know if I told you this story, but, you know, I was like, all right, you know, look, if the beat is dope, we'll make the song. So we made the song. And then the next party we had, I performed it a little bit for the people, and they were like, oh, you got to do it at the talent show next week. So I was like, I don't know. I don't really do that. You know, there was a couple girls at the party like, oh, we'll be there. I was like, oh, baby, I'm performing. Like, come on, I'm gonna go. So anyway, long story short, I went and I performed and I won. And, you know, they came out and this always stuck in my head. They came out and they said, you know, how long have you been, you know, tell everybody how long you've been doing music for. I'm like, this is my first song. And everybody knew it. That was in the crowd that knew me. And they were like, wow. And then they gave me a minor. I was able to get a minor in music off of that. I got introduced to some industry people. And from there, like they say, you know, the rest is history.
I'm digging the vibes, man. I'm all the way there. It's all the way live.
Yeah, yeah.
Who would you consider one of your greatest influences?
You know, I mentioned her, my mother. I saw how strong my mom was, raising 3 kids by herself. I remember sleeping and waking up to her getting ready to go to work, man, because she would work like 2 jobs. You know what I mean? And I remember thinking like she's such a strong woman because she's getting up and I'm so tired. And she didn't go to bed till late because she was coming back from work and getting everything ready for us. And then she's right back up at it. So definitely my mother. And I would just say life in general. You know, my mantra and my name is verses. The motto is verse the odds, and just all the different things that I've seen in life that I've seen and I've been able to take in and observe, I think is really important to molding you who you are. And for me, that inspiration leads me to who I am, and me being who I am is what I put in my music, you know, because music to me is therapy. And you know, everything that I do, you know who I am through my music. You know who I am through my videos, because I'm always I think it's so important to be you at the end of the day. So I would say life in general, you know, has always been one of my biggest influences. And when it comes to music, just like I mentioned, artists like Tupac, Eminem, Nas, DMX, Aerosmith, like Queen, Michael Jackson, these type of people that I would watch, emulate. I used to have the zipper jacket trying to do the dances, you know. That's the great ones, you know. You inspire to be like them, and what I did is I try to take pieces of what they do and then you put it into your own personality, you know, to become yourself, you know.
Oh yeah, and you've done a great job with it. I'll tell you, I really think you're really one of the illest rappers I've ever met in a long time.
I appreciate that, man. That's a hell of a compliment.
When I hear your music, I just have to put it on repeat over and over again. Like this one song you did, and matter of fact, we're going to go into it right now. It's called No Mercy.
Oh.
There's 3 of you on there, 3 dope, illest artists I've ever come across. It's funny. You're from New Jersey. Stallion is in Louisiana, and Nada's in LA.
Yeah.
And my question is, how did that come together? How did you come up with your verse in the hook?
Okay, so talking about the creation, it's crazy story. So the story is even deeper how it came about. So we talked about doing this song, and we wanted to kind of, you know, what we represent, you know, what I, in a sense, my opinion is almost becoming a dying breed, which is the hip hop lyricist, right? In the way, and I understand how evolution is. So I feel like part of my purpose for the culture is to keep that type of lyricism alive. You know, like people like you and people appreciate what I do, but also to be able to stay modern so that you can get the new generations, you can get the big mass appeal to the audience to be able to hear you. So kind of we came together on the, like, let's be like not even let's be, but like, let's give the culture something that's powerful as like a modern day Wu-Tang type feel, you know, like just some ill lyricists and do what we do. And we came up with the idea, No Mercy. Stally recorded his verse, sent it to me. I do mixing, mastering, engineering all here in my studio. I've worked really hard to, master that, pun intended. And he sent me his verse. Nada sent me his verse. Unfortunately, around that time, I caught COVID. So I was sick with COVID. And but we had a deadline because I saw on the platform that we met on, which was Loom, they had this competition going around for collabo songs. And I saw that they had a certain day for it. So I sent it to the guys who were like, yeah, we're going to do the song No Mercy. We're going to do it for there. And then I caught the COVID. And, I was down and out, but the deadline was approaching, man. And the music must go on, So I mustered up enough strength to get down here, and their verses were hot. And I was like, I got to turn this into it. And Stolly actually had like a chorus to it, but I heard something in it and I felt something in it. And I really respect the hell out of my brothers, because it takes a lot for when you're at that level caliber of artists to come together and kind of put your egos aside, because we want the best song. And these guys were like, whatever the best is, we're with it. I laid down the verse first. And after I laid down the verse, the hook just came to me and I just heard it. And I was just like, wow. And it just empowered, because it really spoke to, I wanted to showcase each one of us in what we're doing and how together we're bringing No Mercy back to the land of hip hop. So it was really trying for me to get through it. I even really had to focus on the way that I flowed, because, my breathing and everything with the COVID, but it came out, it came out beautiful to me. I think it's definitely like a classic for the culture. And it really gave us that like modern day, like Wu-Tang type feel. And everybody just added something so great to it, and that it just meshed so well. So I sent it to them and I was so excited. I was so excited for their response. And I remember, as sick as I was sitting up in my bed and I was just waiting for them to respond. And then they started coming. They were like, all I saw was like fire emojis and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yes, and it was it. It's definitely one for the ages. I'm super proud of that. And I'm super proud to even be with my brothers on that track, because I think we really did it justice.
You did. And I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to have an interview strictly for the three of y'all one day. If I could get Nada on Loom or Zoom or wherever I could get him at, because he's so hard to pin down. He's such a busy
moving.
man.
Listen, I got you though. Because we got a lot of plans for that song. We're putting together the music video for it as well. So even if we gotta come to you live, or maybe bring you with us, God willing, with everything with the COVID, while we're shooting the video, that would be dope. Like on set at the video.
Well, dude, I'm fully vaccinated, man, so I'm ready to go.
You ready to go?
All right, folks. Without further ado, I got to play the song. It's already in progress. I'm only playing a snippet of it, but I'm just going to give you enough so you just hear what Versus is all about, because this hook is a hit, man. I'm trying to tell you now. So if you want to go hear it, you got to go to loom.fm. Check it out. And it's over there. Check it out.
No mercy, no mercy. Hey, yo, nine, don't give them nine. No mercy.
It's Versus, y'all.
Hey, yo, style, you know what style we know. No mercy, no mercy. You better get down on your feet.
I love this song. Yo, this is Nada, but if you want to hear the rest of the song, you know what you got to go do. You got to go to loom.fm and go check it out. That is a dope song, and I'm telling you, folks, it'd be worth your while to go download that app, too. Why don't you go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and download LUM right to your phone, and you could type in VS period, and he'll pop right up. Or you could go to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, and all the other streaming platforms that are out there, because if it's streaming, Versus is right in the middle of it.
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us some of your experiences you've had since you've been in the music industry.
It's been a grind, man. Going from independent, I've built up a lot of networking, did a lot of like battles, freestyles, shows. I've been through the ringer with a couple situations. I had one situation with a record label where, there was $1 million on the table for a contract, and everything was pretty much locked and loaded. I flew all the way back to Jersey, was celebrating with my boys. I got a call saying that my manager tried to go back behind my back after the meeting and up his percentage, and they didn't feel comfortable doing the deal anymore because, that would be a bad relationship. And they wanted to offer me their manager from their label, which I didn't want to do because obviously he wouldn't have my best. So that kind of got squashed. So I've been through a lot of different situations. I've been in studios with Chad, from the Neptunes, done a lot of different work. I've performed at the Meadowlands Convention Center in front of thousands of people. I was picked as a final contestant for a show called On My Grind that was supposed to air on VH1 at the time. And, we were locked in for that. And then, things fell through with that. So it's been a learning experience, but I think everything happens for a reason. And, versus the odds, you got to take what it is and learn from it and become stronger and, understand that your time is destined as long as you stay at it and you work hard at it. And now here I am independent. And, I got things like TV shows coming out that I'm starring in. I'm making a pretty strong fan base on the social media, and particularly with TikTok. So I found like not only my niche in music, but also my niche in my acting and just being a creator in a sense and a personality to be able to impact people. So I believe all those things happen for a reason. So, and I'm an award-winning artist because I've recently won a spot. It's called Spiral Awards. I've won a music Spiral Award that was supposed to happen during COVID, but didn't happen. But it's being postponed. So I'm an award-winning music artist. So we're on the up and up, man. Thank you. I got a lot of stuff coming out, singles. Got the merch coming. You see the new one, the Verse the Fam. Got the cups, to everything set up. Like we're here. Regis and Kelly. You remember? How they always got.
Yeah, I remember that.
Watching NFL where they always got the ESPN and things of that nature where they always got the cups there. So we're becoming. I'm becoming. This is more than music. This is becoming a brand. It's becoming a movement. This is becoming a culture. This is Verse the Fam. This is Verse the Odds. This is following your dreams, working hard at it, and understanding that there are no barriers that you can't break through. Like me and you were speaking of beforehand, that you can't accomplish when you're moving on passion and things of that nature. So I've had a lot of experiences, ups and downs, but I wouldn't change them any other way, because I feel like they make you who you are, and I can't complain. I feel like now I'm really setting myself up and I'm proud of what I'm doing independently.
Me too, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I feel like the uncle that's seeing his nephew flourish. And I just like, when I see you, I get a smile on my face because I remember meeting you and I saw where you were at the time, and you were just all in your stride on a come up, and somehow, somewhere, it turned around overnight for me looking at you, because I see how consistent you are.
Right.
And then I'm like, wow, this dude is everywhere. He's on my screens. He's in my iPod. I don't have an iPod, but your music is in there. Right. It's like this, you're everywhere all the time. It's pretty damn amazing, if you ask me. Do you have any advice for those ones that are coming up that want to do what you're doing? What would you tell them?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say at the end of the day, follow your gut, follow your dreams, follow your heart. And it may sound cliche, but it's the truth. Don't let anybody else's opinion deter you on what you want to do in life. And I was telling people earlier, I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what obstacles you have. It doesn't matter what financial situation you come from. It doesn't matter what type of environment you grew up in. If you follow your passion and you stay true to it, and you know that that's what you want to do, and you don't let anything deter you, you will be successful at the end of the day. And nothing, there's no shortcut to hard work. You have to put in the work for it. But if it's a passion that you love to do, please chase it, because to me, the ultimate happiness in life and being successful is doing what you love, not doing what somebody else, what is the dream of somebody else for them. Why work for the man when you can be the man, and that's kind of what I would tell them to do. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. Don't let anything get in your way. You're going to have setbacks. I've had numerous setbacks. But you never look at them as setbacks, just look at them as situations. There's no such thing as problems, there are only situations, and every situation can lead to you becoming stronger, better, or whatever it is at it, and whatever. And to tell you the truth, man, whenever one door shuts, a door of opportunity opens that's even better opportunity. So never focus on the negative, always focus on the positive. Because at the end of the day, I believe wherever your attention goes, your energy grows, right? So put your attention on the things that mean are the most to you and what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's music, whether it's you want to be a doctor, whether it's, you know, you want to be a teacher, whatever you want to do. You want to do broadcasting, you want to be an actor. You know, I want to be an entertainer, and that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm doing, because I wouldn't let anything get in the way, no matter what I had to do, providing for my family. I still provided for my family, but I never let that go. You know, hey, I'm in here, I'm in the studio. Providing for my family means I got to work a 9 to 5. And then from 5 to 9, I got to be with them. And then from 9 to 3 in the morning, I got to do that. You know, I got to be doing my music to get it out, or I got to be acting, or I got to audition, or whatever. You do what you got to do. And I probably got that from watching my mom and just that passion that I have inside of me. So that's what I would say. Keep that passion going. Never let it go, and never let anything deter you. Because at the end of the day, the only thing matters is you and your mindset. Be you and put you into everything you do.
Facts. Do you have any burning desires?
Yeah. Every day I have burning desires that I move on, that I think are really important. And, you know, now one of my new burning desires is to have a song in each movie that's released coming out, thanks to my man right here. I
have no doubt that's what's going to happen.
I'm acting. So, you know, I want to be on a big screen. Right now I'm involved in a new crime drama TV series that'll be coming out. We're waiting for the information so I can release that to the world. That's going to be big. And I think that's going to open up even more gates for me. I want a Grammy. I want an Oscar. These are things that I have burning desires to do. I want to be able to impact the world. I just on the scale that I'm at now. And I appreciate you saying that it seems like overnight I've grown, but I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. And I appreciate all my fans and all my followers. But to hear how I impact people, or to hear how, you know, the other day I had a gentleman. He put a comment on one of my videos, and he asked me if I could do a freestyle for his son, Justin, who is fighting cancer. You know, those are the types of things I have a burning desire to get to a bigger scale so that I can do more of that. You know, if there's anything that I can do with my gift to be able to inspire people, motivate people, that's what I want to do. So, you know, my goals, 1 million followers, I'd say, on TikTok by the end of the year. I want to have a Grammy, and I want to have an Emmy and an Oscar. Let's put it all in there. And I want to have MC Andrew Love, you know, opening up for me at the Garden. That sounds good to me.
I'm there. I'm in like Flint. America. It's MC Andrew Love. This is Let's Chat and Jam. And this brother right here, this is Versus out of New Jersey. Brother Versus is one of the dopest, illest, sickest rappers I've ever met. Yo, I saw him on TikTok earlier today, and he was talking to his fans. He's like, yo, I'm not sick. I'm not ill, but I'm ill. And so I was like, yeah, he's right. He's ill with it. I pray for you. I pray for your success. I pray that each time you wake up, it's a better day. I pray that God opens the floodgates of all these blessings. I pray that he clears out all the haters. And I pray that he makes a straight path to success, to where you got to be. And whatever success means to you, that's what I want him to grant you. I pray for that, because I like you, man. Outside of music, I think you're a really good dude, man. And seeing you with your family makes me proud, because it's like in 2021, the thoughts of family just ain't there like it used to be. But you show it, and it makes me happy to see you happy with your family. It's dope, man.
And I appreciate that, man. I think that's really important. So you know, that's part of the burning desire to be able to gain this platform. Like I don't do this for the fame. You know, I do this because I believe I have a purpose to be able to reach and impact people. And part of that is showing that, you know, it's appreciating your lady, you know, the woman you're with, and showing our relationship that we have. And it's showing how me and my kids are, and the love and the care that I have for them, and my genuineness. And at the end of the day, I'm a father before anything. You know, I'm a father before being a music artist. I'm a father before being an actor. I'm a father before being a creator. So I think that's important to show. And what it is people relate to being real. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I put me into everything, you know. So when you see me on my lives, you see me on an interview with you, you hear me in my music, you're hearing me, who I am. And I think that allows people to really connect with me, and being vulnerable, being goofy, being funny, being real, showing different things, I think is a way to show people that, hey, it's cool in 2021 to be a family man. It's cool to appreciate your woman. It's cool. Just the same way it's cool for me to get on a mic and rip somebody to shreds in a freestyle. That's all parts of who I am. That's just who I am. So I think it's important. Again, I can never say it enough. It's important just to be you at the end of the day. Be you no matter what you do. And, you'll feel good at the end of the day, and you'll get a lot of reward from being that.
Brother, you are part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam. And all you got to do is hit me up and say, hey, Drew. I'm Andrew as well.
That's right.
I need to talk. And so if you want to talk, all you got to do is hit me up, and I will look at my calendar and I'm like, you're in. Got you. Let's do it. Can you tell the folks where they can find you?
Absolutely. Maybe before we get to that, we are fam, man. And I got this stuff coming for you. So you got to let me know what you want. If you want the mug, you want the hoodie, if you want both, I got the stickers, I got everything. We'll talk afterwards, but I'm going to send you some stuff. So next time we talking, you can have your merch and take care of it, because we are fam.
Oh, speaking of that, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about your merch. And I was thinking of that. I was going to touch into it after I finished all my segments. Your merch is dope, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That versus the fam, that is some dope stuff.
Listen, it's a connection to me and my fans. It's not just, I don't have fans, I have family. We're going strong, and every single one of my followers and fans, I talk to them like they're family, because they're family to me. And that's kind of what this came from. So the whole verse the odds, and now it's verse the fam. So this was the special thing I did for, my growth and all my fans on there. I have posters that I autograph and send posters out to fans and just surprise them and mail them out. I let them win things like that, hey, and they can't believe it. They do videos, and then I do edit. We got face masks, just all different types of things that we try to stay with the times, but also I want to show my appreciation, because without them, without their support, without your support, there is no verses. There is no gift that I'm able to give to people without having a platform without them. So I feel like, at the end of the day, I'm a regular guy that just has a gift of gab when it comes to rhyming and like you said, a way of putting things and entertaining people. But I want them to know that it's, I'm just like them. So I represent them. That's what Verse the Fan stands for. So you got some coming for you. All my places you can find me on Instagram. I am Versus. So it's IAMVS. So I am Versus is the handle on Instagram. My TikTok is Verse the Oddz, VSTHEODDZ. That's VSTHEODDZ. YouTube, you can find me on Verse the Oddz, VSTHEODDZ. Z is in zebra. And the same thing for Twitter. It's Verse the Oddz. I got to fix my handle on Instagram. I've been told that by a couple of people in the industry, like, hey man, you got to have everything matched, but it is what it is right now. And all those things, I have my links. So my Instagram, my TikTok, you can find my links on there. My links have my music. They have my merch. They have my videos. They even have my acting resume on there as well. So you can get everything you need versus from my links that you see on each one of those platforms as well.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming through to the show. I really do appreciate the time. Every time you come here, it's all the way live. And I'm so appreciative. And like I said, you are part of the Let's Chat and Jam fam. And that means the time has ran out for this show. Be safe out there in New Jersey. Versus, will you?
Absolutely, man. You too.
Thank you. And everybody else out there in America, be safe. Wear a mask, wash your hands, social distance. Peace out. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button. And also tap that notification bell right there, so that way you won't miss an episode of a Conversation With series right here on Let's Chat and Jam.